All right, so you guys that are following along and going to go back and watch the video, this should help you just be able to catch up from where we left off yesterday, okay? So yesterday we talked about combining like terms that were alike. Today we're going to take this just a little further with distributive property and then also distributive property with combining like terms, okay? You guys should be a little familiar with the distributive property. If you're looking here under the column, distributive property, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that for you guys. No, not everything. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that for you, okay? Okay, so distributive property right there, okay? And then if you're looking right down here where it says recall, this is just going to be a quick refresher for you. Remember, distributive property, guys, is taking a value outside the parentheses and multiplying it across everything within that parentheses, okay? All right, so here, like if you're looking under the recall section, you have A parentheses, B plus C, close parentheses. So all we're going to do is take the A and multiply it times the B and also times the C. So if you're watching my screen, guys, I'm going to insert a text box right here, okay, below that. So then we're going to have A times B, which is going to leave me with AB, okay? That's going to be a positive C. So a positive A times a positive C, that's going to leave me with a positive AC. Like I said, you guys should have some familiarity with that from the middle school or even from last year, okay? Now, if you're looking at the second one, down at the bottom, guys, where it says A parentheses B minus C close parentheses, that's just with a negative value in there, okay? So again, I'm going to insert another text box down here for you guys. So now we're going to distribute the A across everything with inside that parentheses, okay? So we're going to have A times the B, which is going to leave me with AB. And then A times that negative value C should leave me with a negative AC. Okay? All right. Now, if you're looking at the first couple examples up top, we're going to do just a couple of these. I'm going to select my drawing tool so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. So here, guys, we're going to distribute the 7 to the x. So we're going to multiply the 7 times the x. And then we're also going to multiply the 7 times the 4. Okay, so once we do that, we should get 7 times x, which is going to be 7x. And then 7 times that positive 4 should leave me with a positive 28. So all we did there, guys, was use the distributive property with that expression. Okay? All right, I'm going to pause the video. All right, so now if you're looking at number 2 again, guys, it's the same concept. Okay? Here, we're going to distribute the 2 to the B, and then we're also going to distribute the 2 to the 3, okay? So when you use the distributive property and distribute it across, you should end up with 2b, and then 2 times that negative 3, that should give you the negative 6. We pretty good there? All right, now we're going to pause and not go to number 3. It's the same concept, guys, except just with a negative value in front. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time just focusing on the multiplying of negative values, okay? All right, let's go down to, let's look at number 7, okay? Number 7 is just a couple negative values there. You have the negative 4 distributed to that negative w, and then you're going to have the negative 4 distributed to that negative 10. Okay, so just make sure that when we're multiplying these negative values, you know that a negative 4 times a negative w is going to give you 4w. And then negative 4 times that negative 10 is going to give you a positive 40. Are we good there? All right. Let's look at number 8. Okay. All right, so number 8, guys. Here we'll distribute the 5 to the 2m, and then we'll distribute the 5 to the negative 3. Okay, so we've got 5 times the 2m, that should give me 10m. And then 5 times that negative 3 should give me a negative 15. Okay? All right. Check on everybody. All right. Now we're going to look down to number 10, guys. 10's not that whole lot of a difference. Really the only difference is we have 2 variables inside the parentheses there, but the concept is still the same. Okay, so here we'll distribute the 3 to the m and the 3 to the n. Okay, so when we insert this text box, it's simply just going to be 3 times the n is 3m, and that's a positive n, so plus 3n. We're good there? Now, looking at 11 and 12, guys, it's the same concept. It's the same concept, one, except now you're just multiplying a variable times those values on the inside. Okay? Let's go to 13. Let's look at 13 real quick. Okay? All right, so 13, we're going to have a 6a times the b. And then we're going to have a 6a distributed to the 2c. Okay, so same concept, guys. 6a times the b, that's simply just represented times 6ab. You guys should know, remember that anytime you've got 2 variables next to each other or even next to a constant term, it just means multiply. So we should have 6ab there. And then 6a times the 2c. We know that 6 times 2 is 12, and then we're still going to multiply that times the a and times the c there. So it should not be too difficult there either. All right, now let's look at 14. 14, guys, we're still going to use the distributive property, except now we have 3 terms inside the parentheses. So we're simply just going to distribute the 2 across everything in there. Okay? So we'll distribute the 2 to the x. We will distribute the 2 to the negative y. And then we'll also distribute the 2 over to the positive 8. Okay? All right, so putting this in, 2 times the x, we have 2x. 2 times that negative y, that's going to be a negative 2y. And then we also have the 2 times that positive 8, which is going to be a positive 16. Is everybody good there? All right, I'm going to pause. All right, so here, guys, we're just combining 2 skills into one like we just talked about. So here we're going to distribute and combine. Remember, to simplify an expression means to ensure there are no parentheses and no like terms. So in order to do this, one, we're going to distribute first, and that's if needed. And then after we distribute, we will combine the terms. Okay, so if you guys are looking at number 19, let's look at number 19 real quick. Okay. All right, so here, can we distribute? Yeah, I've got a term outside of parentheses. So I'm going to distribute the 8 to the 2x. And then I'm also going to distribute the 8 to the negative 3. Okay? So 8 times that 2x is going to be 16x. Okay? Distribute the 8 to the negative 3. That's going to be a negative 24. Okay? Now, As of right now, we don't have anything else left to distribute, so I'm just gonna bring into the expression what we have left. So right now we've got 16x minus the 24, and then we also have minus the 6x. Okay? All right, now like yesterday, guys, we're looking for terms that are alike. I have variable terms in the expression, and I have constant terms in the expression. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to highlight my terms that are alike, which is my variable term, 16x, and also the negative 6x. Okay, those are highlighted. And then now we'll come back to simplifying the expression. Okay, so we've got 16x minus 6x. That's going to leave me with 10x. And then my constant term that's left over should be a minus 24. Okay, I'm going to do one more with you guys. Let's look at 20. All right, so 20, guys, we've got to check to see if we got to distribute. So we have two sets of parentheses with terms outside. Okay, so for this one, we're going to distribute the 9 to the 2k. And then we're also going to distribute the 9 to the negative 4. All right, now, looking at the next set, we've got a negative 2. So we're going to distribute that negative 2 to the 7k. And then we're also going to distribute that negative 2 to the negative 12. Okay? All right, so here, 9 times 2k, that's going to be 18k. And then 9 times that negative 4 is going to be a negative 36. Okay? All right, still adding to this. We have a negative 2 times the 7k. That's going to be minus 14. Okay? And then the negative 2 times the negative 12, that's going to be plus 24. Okay? All right, so right there, there's my expression that we're working with. Okay? All right, so let's highlight my terms that are alike. So we've got some variable terms, which is 18k. Okay? Oh, no, I don't want to do the whole box. Undo the whole box. Clear. All right, so we've got 18k. Right there, that's a variable term. And we have 14k, negative 14k. Okay? So then as we're simplifying this, 18 minus 14, that's going to leave me with 4k. And then we have a negative 36 plus 24. That should leave me with a negative 12. Okay?